Hi everybody, this is Boog Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Amazon exclusive Psylocke, Fantomex, and Nimrod 3-pack. So before we take a look at Nimrod and Fantomex, let's take a look at Psylocke. First up, Psylocke comes with her Psy Katana, and this looks very nice. This is done in a different color than the previous one. I lost mine, so I won't be able to show it next to it, but this is like a dark purple color and fades into that light pink, and that looks really nice. I like this better than the previous version. The last one didn't have any paint variation to it, so yeah, I really like how this looks. So there she is holding that. Up next, she comes with her Psychic Butterfly effect, and again, this looks really nice, and it's better than the previous version. It fades from that dark purple into that light pink there, and you just put it on her head like so. And that looks really good like that, and it stays on really well. You won't worry about it falling off or anything. So there she is with that. Next, she comes with a fisted hand for her next effect. So there she is with that. And finally, she comes with her Psy Blade. And again, it looks really nice. It's done in that same color where it fades from that purple into the pink. And it looks really good. And you just clip it on her wrist like so. So there she is with the Psy Blade on her wrist. And that looks really good. So now let's go ahead and take a look at her head sculpt. So Hasbro also improved upon this head sculpt from the previous release. It looks a lot better. The lips are a different color. The top lip is a dark red and the bottom lip is a metallic pink color. And the hair has some paint variation to it. It's done in a navy blue and purple color. I like how it kind of fades there in the middle and then fades back into the purple. It looks really good. And the suit is not the version that I would have went with for this pack, because we are slowly but surely getting all of the members of X-Force. This pack did help with that. But this isn't the outfit I would have went with for Psylocke. I would have went with this outfit. This outfit was also made as a legend in 2013, I want to say. She was made in a 3-pack with Archangel and Wolverine. And so far, Archangel is the figure we have yet to receive, but I'm sure it's definitely coming. I want to say she got this outfit in, I think it was like after the second story arc, I want to say. After the second volume of the series. But yeah, this isn't the outfit I would have went with. I mean, it's nice, and she does wear it in the costume, but I would have preferred the other version. So the arms, they painted the black up here on them. And as you can see, it's not a complete straight line. And it's the same with this one. It looks like I painted it on, because I am awful at painting straight lines on. But yeah, it's not painted on very well at all. And on the back of the left arm, there's a black smudge. And I can't get it off. It's like the plastic is stained right there. So that's my main issue with this 3-pack. Is the paint apps on it could be better. And it's mainly on Psylocke, because if you look, there's some like skin tone flecks right there on the paint, and they won't come off. Of course, if you use acetone, you'll probably mess that paint up. But yeah, she's got some wonky paint apps on her. She has her sash that is white and has the black and red X logo on it, and it looks really nice. And it's a really tight fit, so it's not going to shift up or down like some of the other figures have. The skin tone right here, the windows right here on the legs, the skin tone is painted over top of the black, and for the most part, they did a pretty good job of matching the skin tone up, but you can see some black showing through right there and some like weird texturing right there. And this side is a little bit better, but you can still see some weird places in the plastic there. So this uses the same body as the previous Psylocke figure, so if you have it, you pretty much know what to expect. So I will go ahead and go over the articulation. So she has a ball-jointed head that can look back just a little bit. She can't look back all the way. The hair is a little pliable. I think it's more pliable than the last version. But yeah, she still can't look up that far. She can look down all the way. She can move her head side to side. She has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out. She has some pretty good motion there. She has single-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way and swivel side to side. She has swiveled wrist that can move side to side and up and down. She has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back just a little bit. down just a little bit, and side to side. But yeah, the articulation there definitely could have been improved. She has ball jointed hips that can just about do a complete split. She can kick forward all the way. She can kick back just a little bit. She has swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, and swivel ankles that still go out like that. That looks so weird. So I wish Hasbro would have fixed that. The previous version I have does the same thing. And that just looks really weird, because if you put her feet up like this, they're normal. But then you point them down, and they're completely pointing out like that. But they can move down, up, and she has an ankle rocker. So the articulation is pretty much the same as the last version. I can't remember if I had any issues with it or not. But yeah, it's pretty much the same figure, just painted differently. But the paint apps on the head are definitely better than the last version. So I do like that better. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Fantomex. So first up, Fantomex comes with 2 guns. And I'm pretty sure these are the exact same as the previous ones that he came with, the Artem Zola one came with. Except these ones have holes right there in the barrel that you can put either blast effects and smoke effects in, which I will show them off in just a second. So first up, you can put them in the holsters. So there, the guns are in the holsters. And they are a little tricky to get in there, at least with the jacket on, but it is possible. And there he is holding them in his hands. And he can hold them really well in each of the hands. So you can shake him, and they won't fall out or anything like the previous one did. The previous one had some really, really weird hands. I ended up replacing them. But yeah, they couldn't hold the guns hardly at all. There he is with the smoke effects attached to the guns. And that looks really nice. It's done in a translucent plastic. But I really like how that looks. And finally, there he is with the blast effects attached. And again, these look really nice. This head sculpt has some good sculpt detail. The stitch work on top of the mask looks really good. It's done in a shiny black collar on top of that white. And the skin tone could have been painted a little bit better. You can see some black showing through right there. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. Here he is next to the previous version. And yeah, this one just lacks something that this one doesn't. Maybe it's the smaller head. I do feel like the eyes on this one are a little more detailed. So this one used a really, really old body mold. This one used the, what was it? 2-pack X-Men? I want to say it was the 2-pack X-Men Wolverine body mold. But yeah, this is a super dated body mold. And oddly enough, the jackets are the same. But of course, this one is painted differently. But as you can see, Hasbro is still using this jacket from like 2008, because I think it was from the same line of 2-packs. I think it was Ultimate Nick Fury that first used this. So it would be nice if Hasbro would quit using this and give us an updated jacket. I mean, it is just a jacket, but it would be cool to see them use something new and not something from like 2008. All the lines on his outfit came out really nice and clean. When compared to Psylocke, most of the lines on him are done really well and came out really clean. And he does use the Bucky cap body mold with Captain America's gloves, I want to say. And he has some pretty good sculpt detail to his belt. No paint detail other than the red and the X logo right there. And these straps are so irritating. When I first got the figure, they were clear down on his ankles. I was able to maneuver them above the shin swivel right here. That way I could still move them. Wait a second. That way I could still move them and they wouldn't move up and down. So now let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He has a ball-jointed head that can only move back a little bit. The collar of the coat does hinder that. He can look down all the way. He can move his head side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can only move out that far. The right side does move out a little farther than the left. He has swivel at the bicep, double-jointed elbows that can only bend in that far. The gloves do hinder that. Both of his hands have a hinge at the wrist that can move up and down and move side to side. He has an ab crunch that really can't move back that far, but he can crunch forward all the way. He has swivel at the waist that can move side to side. He has ball-jointed hips that can just about do a complete split, but the coat does stop that if you have that on. That is removable. All you have to do is just remove the hands and remove these, and then take it off. Because with these on, I suppose you could force the coat over these, but I prefer not to do that. So all you have to do is just pop the hand off, pop these off, and slip the jacket off if you'd want to do that. He has swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the shin that can move side to side, swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way, and an ankle rocker. So if you have any of the previous Bucky Cap figures, you pretty much know what to expect from the articulation of him. It's just a little different because of that jacket right there. But we've also seen this reused too. But yeah, it's still a really good update to the last figure. That last figure was, it had some really bad articulation. And Marvel Legends has come a long way. It just shows you how far they've come. From having figures with really weird proportions and bad articulation to this. So finally, let's take a look at Nimrod. So first up, he comes with alternate open hands. Up next, he comes with these really nice translucent pink blast effects that fit in these open hands, and they look really, really nice. I don't think we've ever seen these before. I'm pretty sure these are brand new effects. So yeah, these look really nice. Up next, he comes with these translucent pink wings, so you just port it into his back like that. And that looks really good like that. I think he looks pretty cool like that. This is only for the House of X and Powers of X head sculpt. You can use it with the classic head sculpt, but it doesn't really go with it. And finally, he comes with the classic head sculpt. And I really like the way this one looks. I do like the modern look, how it has that marbleized white right there, and the outline of that pinkish red color. But there's just something about this head sculpt I like more. So there he is with the alternate head sculpt on. And that looks really nice. I'll probably display him with this head sculpt because, like I said, something about that color and just the look of this head sculpt is what I prefer. So, looking at the body, this doesn't really seem to be a House of X or classic head sculpt. I'm going to put some images up right here. And yeah, the design really doesn't look like either to me. If anything, it's kind of just like an amalgam of both. I do see elements of both in the design, but it's kind of just its own thing, honestly. It doesn't really look like either of them. But with this guy, he is entirely new parts. Everything is brand new on him. And we get these pinkish red lines painted on. But right here, it's painted on really bad. It's moved to the side a little bit. As you can see, the lines are right here. And the paint is clear over here. And it's a little better on this side. But yeah, on the right side, it doesn't look that good at all. And on the torso, the lines came out really clean and straight, so that's good. And back here, you get some more of that reddish color painted on. Down here, you get some red paint running onto the white right there. And then you have these really weird marks right there. It looks... I don't know. It's weird marks in the paint right there. So yeah, is there any up here? Yeah, as you can see, there's a little bit. A certain way the light hits them, you can see them. You get some more of those lines on his legs, and they're painted pretty well. The left side, again, it misses its mark just a little bit, and the right side is clean. And down here, you get some pink paint smudge on the foot. And yeah, that doesn't look too good. But other than that, the lines down here came out pretty clean. So yeah, I'm not even sure where that's from because there's not even any paint over here. It feels like a little place down in the plastic too. So yeah, like I said, this box set has some kind of wonky paint apps to it. He's a little out of frame, but let's go ahead and go over his articulation. He doesn't have any articulation in the head at all, which I didn't expect it to. He really doesn't need that. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way. These shoulder pads are a separate piece that goes around the arm that's pegged into his torso. So I do like that. So it's not attached right here or at the shoulder, so you don't have to worry about ripping that. He has single-jointed elbows that can bend in that far. He has swivel at the wrist that can move side to side. They can move down just a little bit. The thumb does stop that, and it can move back all the way. Mine doesn't have any articulation in the torso. When I try, it just resets right back there. He doesn't even move back and forth at all. So I don't know if that's on everyone's or just mine. But yeah, the torso articulation there is horrible. He has ball-jointed hips that can only move out that far. He can kick forward just a little bit. If you move it any farther, you are going to chew the plastic up. He he can kick back just a little bit. He has swivel at the thigh that can move back a pretty good amount, but you can't move it in because, again, you'll start chewing that plastic up there. He has double jointed knee that can kick his own back. So he has some pretty good articulation there. And he has ball jointed ankles that can move up just a little bit and side to side a little bit. So yeah, the articulation on him could have been way better. That torso articulation is awful. It feels like I'm going to break it just moving it. And because of the way it's sculpted, the hips aren't articulated very well. If they would have made it a drop-down joint, I think it would have been better, because then it could have dropped down and you could have moved it in just a little bit more. But the way it is, you're only going to get it moving out that far. You can push it further, but then you're going to chew the plastic up, and I don't want to do that. So there, Psylocke and Fantomex are fighting Nimrod. And finally, here are the rest of the members of X-Force all together. So overall, I think this is an awesome pack. You get Nimrod, and you get 2 more members to complete X-Force. So now we're 1 away, the re-release of X-Force Archangel. But I do have my issues with this set. Nimrod's articulation is really bad, and Nimrod and Psylocke have some wonky paint apps. Fantomex is actually pretty clean, but yeah, the paint apps on this set could have been better. I got this on sale on Amazon for $50, and I definitely think it's worth that. The original price is $80, though. So honestly, I'd wait to pay like $50 for it after Christmas or something like that, because I don't think this set is worth $80. I do, however, think it's worth $50. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.